Hey everyone, today I'm in Hydro, Oklahoma, and I'm right along Route 66 right here, and this is the busier I-40 right out here, so hopefully you can hear me. Kind of talking a little bit louder because these cars are passing and they're quite noisy at times. But we're right here where this historic gas station is along Route 66. This is Lucille's gas station here, and it's been made pretty famous along Route 66. This station was built in 1929, and then Lucille and her husband Carl purchased this station in 1941. So they ran this station the rest of their lives. Up until Carl passed away in 1971, and then Lucille lived in here and passed away in 2000. Now this station has, of course, the pumps here, and then just kind of what looks like it used to be a store down at the bottom part. You can see a kitchen in there and kind of some like coolers or something. But up here are living quarters, and those living quarters are where her and her husband lived, along with the 3 kids that they raised. At nighttime, when you pass this, you'll see a light on upstairs, and it's just kind of a tribute to this Route 66 stop, as well as Lucille herself. But these pumps are really neat. Now you can see old pictures online, and there's actually some different pumps here, and I'm sure throughout the years that they used a bunch of different kinds of pumps. But these old pumps right here are some old pumps that they've kind of just restored and placed here, and it's pretty neat. Over here are actually some motor courts, some rooms that they would rent out, and these were of course added later after the station was built, but they put these in so that they could rent rooms to travelers along Route 66. You can see this marker right here that's telling a little bit of the history of this building. But it's pretty neat. You can see what's up there. There's kind of little hooks or something there. Could be for the power lines or a light bulb or something, but it's what it kind of looks like. There's another little old light section there and a light hanging there. This is a bunch of stickers, and I've seen more and more added here in recent years. But these stickers right here are just from different people's trips as they've made the journey, and they've kind of started a little collection here. It's kind of slowly becoming a tradition to stick your stickers on there, which is cool in one way, but then it kind of limits you. If they go all the way across and fill this whole window, it's going to kind of limit you from looking in. Now there's not much to look in and see. You can see the old kitchen back there where she would prepare meals and stuff like that, and from what I hear, she did so for travelers as well, or any guests that wanted to stop in and hear old tales of Route 66 while she was alive. And these are some old coolers that I'm picturing, like maybe you grab your Coca-Cola out of, or different drinks and stuff like that. It's possible they could have been ice cream coolers too as well. This is not anything that I ever visited when it was open, of course. We'll just kind of take you around. You can't see in this or anything, but you can kind of see some old kind of colored glass stuff. It's not real stained glass or anything, but they kind of just put it up there at some point just as sort of a decoration to look at when you come in. The gas station is in pretty good shape. You can kind of see as the paint's peeling that it actually probably was a yellow color there and a darker color down at the bottom, maybe a black or a green. It's kind of hard to tell. But I really like those old pumps right there. And like I said, you'll see a light that comes on that window, and then there's a window in the front, and you can see it as you're passing on I-40 right out there. Take you around here. You can see in this window right here, this leads back to where the kitchen is. And of course, you can see another cooler right there. The ceiling fan. It's not real high ceilings or anything. But like I said, this is a two-story structure. And that's the back side of it right there. That's where the living quarters were. It's hard to believe that this is something that stood here since 1929, and that she not only worked in here, but she lived in here, and her husband did as well, and they lived out their lives here. That has a board right there, so you can't see. I think it's actually part of the back side of the cabinets that are there. These are the motor courts. I'm not sure if someone's in that. There's no for rent sign. The two in the middle have for rent on it. And we'll just take you over there real quick and let you see. They're not anything real big. They were just kind of sort of rooms for the night. Just your basic essential room. But you can see right there a phone number if you're interested in renting this. And I don't know if it's a rent for a night, a weekly basis, a month, a year. I don't know. But you can actually see in this one, they're not real big. Like I said, it's just kind of basic. You can see a dresser there, and then just the wall. But over here is your bed. It's going to be kind of hard to see, so I kind of have to block the reflection there. There's a Dr. Pepper table there and a lamp. And you can see just the bed frame there. There's nothing fancy about this, but it's still pretty cool that you can rent these. I don't think anyone's renting that because the window is always open there. On the side of that, you can see the benches and everything that you can sit at. It's kind of right here along Route 66. So this is on the other side of where the motor courts are. Let you peek in there, but I don't think you'll see much on this side really. The curtain in the way, and then you have that cooler. And then this one is blocked with a curtain there. I don't know, it's pretty cool to think that she lived and worked in this. It's basically just living simply and dedicating your life to your business. So like I said, this is a popular stop along Route 66 in Oklahoma. And this restoration and upkeep is actually kind of sponsored by these groups right here. I'm actually going to take you by to see this Lucille's Roadhouse. It's actually in dedication to this building, and it's pretty interesting to see. This is Lucille's Roadhouse. Now this is a little west of the original Lucille's Roadhouse gas station. This is in Weatherford, Oklahoma, so it's a little west of Hydro. It's still along Route 66, and this is busy quite a bit of the time. Now they have some good food in here, and if you come here, I recommend getting the lemonade. It's a blue lemonade. Doesn't have a blue raspberry flavor or anything like that. It's just a regular lemonade, but it's got a blue tint to it, much like ocean water or something like that. But it's just regular lemonade with pure cane sugar in it, and it's really good. Now when I come here, I get the chicken fried steak, and but they have good food all the way around. A lot of people like their burgers in here. You can see these old pumps out there, and these columns right there, they're just kind of a tribute to the old Roadhouse that Lucille and Carl had. And you can't drive up underneath there. On special occasions, they'll pull these poles out of the ground and then they'll let classic cars drive up underneath there. But it's a really cool tribute. There's all kinds of nostalgic things on the inside. They actually have a steakhouse on one side, and then there's just kind of an old diner on this side. And there's all kinds of things to look at, and they have a really cool gift shop in there where you can buy some local Oklahoma things and Route 66 things and Lucille's Roadhouse things. And if you get a pop or a drink or something in there, it comes in kind of a cool Lucille's Roadhouse collector's cup. I'm not going to go in there because I've already eaten, and it's breakfast time right now. But like I said, if you want some good food, this is worth a stop. This is Highway 58 right here, and it runs through the town of Hydro. So if you'll get on Highway 58 and head north outside of that town about 1.5 miles, you'll pass a cemetery that's on the left-hand side of the road as you're heading north. It's just a tiny one. Keep going, and then you'll head to a bigger one on the right, which is this one right here, Hydro Masonic Cemetery. Once you enter the cemetery on the right-hand side, you will notice this monument. It's a bright white monument, so it stands out, and it says Route US 66. This is marking the burial place of Lucille Hamons, the mother of the Mother Road. You'll also notice down there that she published a biography in 1997 in which she autographed that biography as well. And you can see what else they've designated with the Oklahoma Route 66 Hall of Fame. She has a plaque that is actually in that, which is in Clinton, Oklahoma. You can also see that some of that black writing there is starting to peel, so it does kind of need a little bit of touch-up in there. It might not be so bad right now, but in a few years it might be a little bit worse. One other thing that I noticed was that this is actually a little crooked there, down at the base. I don't know if that's from people leaning on this to take a picture with it or what, but that thing is so heavy, it's not gonna blow over or anything like that. So I kind of think that maybe people have been leaning on it or something. Maybe it got bumped with a mower in the cemetery. It does kind of need to be reset, but it's not something that I'm going to do. You kind of need like 1 or 2 people pushing on one side and 1 or 2 people kind of steadying it on the other side so that it doesn't fall over and bust. Because I'd hate to be the one that was responsible for trying to do that by myself, but it does need a little bit of straightening. Now right here to the side of it is the original funeral home marker there. And then on the other side of that, you will see Carl Hamons Sr. It says he was born, lived, and died within 1 mile triangle of Hydro, Oklahoma. And this was her husband. So you'll notice that he passed away in 1971, and she continued to run that roadside gas station after he passed away. Directly in front of him is their son. And he passed away in 1962. Now, this is one of the 3 kids that was raised in that gas station in the living quarters that was upstairs. So directly to the side of him is Etta and John Hamons. Now these are the parents of Carl Sr. over there. And they're buried all right here in just kind of this square plot. So if you get the chance and you want to pay your respect to Lucille and Carl, who kind of created this Route 66 gas station, which is definitely one of the bigger stops on Route 66 within Oklahoma, come in here and just pay your respect. Thank you for joining me on this little tour of Lucille's Roadhouse and Lucille's historic gas station.